Hello students, coming to Java Programming Laboratory. Up to now, we practiced based on the topics from Java programming language. Up to exercise 6, we did the inheritance concept programs. Exercise 7 is related to exception handling. So just take this exercise 8 for runtime polymorphism. In couple of days, we're going to start exception handling. So till now, just practice this runtime polymorphism of this exercise 8. So the objective of this exercise 8 is, we know that runtime polymorphism is also known as dynamic polymorphism or late binding. That it means at runtime. In runtime polymorphism, the function call is resolved at runtime. That it means generally in creating class hierarchy using inheritance concept. So polymorphism achieved by defining the functions in subclasses with same name of the method defined in the parent class. So when we call a method of subclasses by creating objects with that function name along with function name, then the control get confusion which method to be invoked based on the subclass objects. But this is really a problem at runtime. But it can be resolved by creating a reference variable of parent class and assign object of a child class to this parent class reference variable. So it is the way of achieving runtime polymorphism among the classes or maybe class hierarchy using inheritance. So in this exercise 8, two programs given here. The first one, write a Java program that implements runtime polymorphism, and B sub question, here it is. Case study on runtime polymorphism. That it means what is runtime polymorphism, how it can be achieved among the classes using inheritance, and what type of inheritance that implements in the above problem. In part A, what program you have taken as an example to implement this runtime polymorphism, and what inheritance it is, and how this polymorphism can be achieved, and what is the concept. Everything you have to submit in a form of case study, and everything you have to mention there. What is class name, which class is defined as parent class, which classes are defined as subclasses, what method names are common in parent and subclasses, and what is the method behavior, classes behavior, and how that inheritance can be achieved, and is there any problem occurred while calling the methods using the concept called polymorphism or method overriding. Method overriding is one example to achieve concept to achieve that polymorphism. So how it can be achieved at runtime. Everything you need to write in a form of case study. Okay. Remember this one, it is need to be noted in your observation as well as in record also, right? Coming to the first one, A bit, write a Java program that implements runtime polymorphism. That implements runtime polymorphism. So here I have class A, and inside of this one, I have one method called call me method, and it displaying statement by this method is method of class A. Next one, another class B that extending class A. Now class B became subclass to superclass A. And inside of this class B, it defines one method with same name of the superclass A. This is concept called overriding, overridden method. So it's simply displaying like method of class B. Again, I have another class C extends the properties of class A, right? Class A, nothing but here it is what type of inheritance it is. So B is extended the properties of A, and C is also extended the properties of A, hierarchical inheritance, right? So here inside of this C scope, there is a method called call me and displaying statement method of class C. It is also overridden method. When we call these methods as overridden because these two class methods names same as the superclass method name call me. And magic here it is coming to the main class demo inside of main function. We have just created objects of these classes A, B, C, right? But we are taking a reference. This is the resolving step of that overwritten method calling. So when we call this C dot call me method, C is the subclass to A that it can allow to access subclass method call me or a super class method call me. Both methods can allow to invoke through this C class object. So it is a real-time confusion. It's a problem to control which method should be invoked, right? Same as with B also, we get the same problem. So it can be resolved by using a reference variable of type class A, superclass A. So A space R, this it means of creating a reference variable of a class A. Now assign an objects of this. A class object can refer by this reference variable or as it is. R dot call me. Here it calls A's version call me method. That it means the method defined in class A call me method only invoked in this situation. When we assign class B object to this reference variable, it refers to B's object and calls the B's version of call me method only, not call me method defined in A. When R equal to this C class object is assigned to reference variable, right? Then R dot call me, here this statement calls the C class version of call me method. So this can be achieved. This is the process of achieving runtime polymorphism by using the process of creating a reference variable of a superclass and assigning subclass object to that reference variable and invoking those methods that are overridden. And overridden is the concept having the same name method, exact properties also, same method name and same parameter list, including with return type also. The signature of method should be matched, 100% should be matched. If return type change or any parameter list change, that is not a method overriding concept. It is simply called overloading concept. And we already discussed everything in the theory classes, and practically we are achieving this runtime polymorphism using this example program. Coming to the execution part of this one to get this output as displaying all the methods A, B, C. So go to the program file demo. Remember that the class name is demo here. Class A contains call me method, method of class A. Class B contains class me method. Class C contains call me method. And demo main class. I'm instantiating every class by creating an object here and one reference variable and assigning every class object to this reference variable to call those version methods, call me methods, right? So this is the way you can do. Once after compiling this source file, how many classes can be created? Can anyone tell me how many classes there in our program? A, B, and C, and demo. Total 4 classes there. So 4 dot class files will be generated after compiling this program by JavaC command method. Then let me verify that one. And let me show you also. See, coming to this directory, in my current directory, Java package, I have method one file called demo, Java file. And go to command prompt and write this one javac space demo dot java. As it is successfully compiled, no errors, then happy, run this program using java command space demo class name. So here method of A, method of B, method of C, right? Once we observe in the directory where this packet demo class is stored. So if you observe here, total 4 classes dot class files are created for all the classes defined in your programs. Got it? This is the output we got it after compilation and run after running of this program. Now coming to write a case study on the runtime polymorphism inheritance that implements in the above problem. So you have to prepare one case study document. There you have to write everything and show the process of what I told you about every class and what is the behavior of class A and how this class B becomes a subclass to A and how this class C, what type of inheritance we achieved among these classes and everything you have to write. And what about method overriding, how the method overriding is implemented in among these classes by defining method name with methods with same name in all the classes, and how this class demo can achieve that runtime polymorphism of calling that method overridden method using the objects of that classes. And you have to report everything, you have to collect everything and present there in the case study, and must and surely write a case study in your observation, and we will check it later, right? Thank you.